So today in this video guys, I am going to share with you some very interesting scenario which is pointing us where the price of Bitcoin might be possibly heading if we can break this key line of resistance which is still holding us right now. Yes guys, this key line of resistance, the resistance from the CPI indicator is still holding us, but what is going to happen if this resistance gets flipped into support? As you can see, I have prepared some interesting chart which is pointing us where the price in the medium short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I dive into the content, please guys, do me a favor and destroy that like button. And if you want to support me even further, a comment is always appreciated. Thank you very much. Now, if you look at this Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, nothing much has changed. I mean, in a bigger picture, the price of Bitcoin still looks very, very bullish. And according to this ideal buy for investor from Stan Weinstein, we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted higher. I mean, above 40,000 before choosing a trend duration, because according to this example, you can see the price of Bitcoin has already started to show bullishness, has broken the resistance from this horizontal trend line, has broken the resistance from this 30-week moving average, and now volume confirmation is required. But if we look at the volumes, you can see there is definitely some spike in volume, so it does shows us the volume might be coming. So this definitely could indicate the price here in a weekly time frame could get attracted towards this key line of resistance, or the next area of confluence here to the upside, which is above 40,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. Yes guys, until then, in a bigger picture, as you can see, the price has broken the resistance, the horizontal resistance, the rising trend line resistance. So this is definitely a sign that the upcoming days for Bitcoin in a bigger picture looks super bullish. And now, not just only that, even in a daily time frame, you have been watching this scenario since couple of days, I mean even weeks. But guys, the important thing is that our price objective is still open, right? Which is very important. I mean, this price target from A to B is the price target from C to D. So that means over 40,000 is also the target from this inverted three valley and a river pattern. And exactly at the same place, we also have the price target from this bullish rectangle pattern. Yes guys, after breaking out from this consolidation phase, the price of Bitcoin has started to show bullishness, and now even according to this bullish rectangle pattern, this area is where we could be getting attracted, which sits above 40,000. So looking into different scenarios, looking into different time frame, you can see above 40,000 is where we could be getting attracted. And even according to this scenario which played out here in 2018 2019, price of Bitcoin after these 364 days of downtrend showing a rally up to 0.618 before showing another continuation to the downside. And we have said maybe this is something what we are also going to see happening in our price action. Price of Bitcoin from this top of 2021 till 2022 also had 364 days of downtrend, and now we are seeing this relief rally. So if this relief rally continues, 0.618 is where we could be getting attracted before choosing a trend duration, and that is again above 40,000. So guys, you can see different scenarios are still pointing us the price for the coming days could be bullish, even if we would see another continuation, another shakeout here to the downside, because we know any sort of a shakeout will be looked as a temporary shakeout. But at the end, we are still expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted here to the upside. And now, even according to this symmetrical triangle, we were talking about some weakness, right? If the price fails to break out of this upper trend line from the symmetrical triangle, this lower trend line is where we could be getting attracted. But in our case, after some weakness, you can see we penetrated through it. So what does this mean? Now, if the price of Bitcoin remains above this upper trend line, which in our case is going to be acting as a line of support, so if the price remains above that range, this could be looked as a bullish continuation pattern with price objective from the symmetrical triangle, you can see above 40,000. Yes guys, this upper trend line or this horizontal trend line is going to be looked as our price objective, which also sits above 40,000 range. Now, what if the price fakes out? I just showed you with the previous example, any sort of a weakness, right? Any sort of a weakness like this, price faking out, re-entering inside this symmetrical triangle one more time. Do not panic, because we have said in a bigger picture, price remaining over 30,000 is still going to be considered bullish. And in the medium short term, any sort of a shakeout like this will be looked as a temporary shakeout. But it is important for me to also share some bearish scenario lining up parallelly for Bitcoin. Let's switch the chart. Now, before I switch the chart, I just want to quickly aware you guys that Bybit's new limited time campaign has started. And if you want to unlock up to 30,000 in bonuses, you just have to sign up using this link, which is provided in the description down below. Even Phemex is giving around 6,000 deposit bonus. OKX up to 50,000 in rewards. So if you want to trade with free money, if you want to take advantage of this kind of opportunity, again, the link is in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Now, let's face the reality. I mean, in the medium short term, if we look at this price action carefully, you can see this leading indicator is still holding us around 37,800, 37,900 range, because yesterday when the price of Bitcoin pierced through this trend line, you can see what happened after that. This daily candle unfortunately closed below this monthly errand line, and now you can see why I have been shouting on top of my lungs that this monthly errand line is considered as one of the most important line of resistance for this month of November, because as soon as we break out from this line, what is next? The next target, the next monthly R2 line, which sits around 41,000 range. Yes guys, if the price of Bitcoin manages to find proper support above this monthly R1 line, then this monthly R2 line is going to be looked as our price objective. And if you have been following me for a while, 1st of November I showed you, right? If you go back and look at this price action like this using our leading indicator, CPI indicator, so you can see guys, when the price of Bitcoin started this month, right, of November, the 1st of November, we had targets, one here to the upside, one here to the downside. Since we opened above this CPR lines, this 3 dot, which you can see here, top, central, and the bottom CPR dots, which clearly indicated the market is in an uptrend, because price finding support or price above the CPR line usually indicates uptrend. And for this month of November, you can see our monthly R1 was already placed, this green dot, right? So if we look at the candle after that, when we knew on the 1st of November that this trend line around 37,800 is going to be acting as a line of resistance, what did the price of Bitcoin did? If you look at this carefully, you can see the price of Bitcoin consolidated in between the CPI line and the monthly R1 line, but at the end, you can see exactly after reaching around this monthly R1 line, we got rejected. And this indicator already informed us that on the 1st of November. So what happened after that? You can see plenty of attempt, but this monthly R1 line rejected us again and again. So if we are going to leave this month of November without touching the CPI line, scenarios like this barely happens. I mean, price choosing a trend direction without touching any of the CPI line barely happens. So in our case right now, if that is the case until we close the month of November, then you can see we have to overcome the resistance. Yes guys, this monthly R1 line is still holding us. So if the price of Bitcoin could find proper support above this trend line, then as I've already said, right, the monthly R2 line will be looked as our upcoming target. And in that case, again, 41,000 is going to be the next price objective. So let's hope the price breaks above this monthly R1 line, because failing to break out of this monthly R1 line and price remaining below this green line also could indicate a massive shakeout here towards this CPR line. So that's why guys, it is very, very important for us to break this monthly R1 line at any cost. And not just only that, parallelly we are also forming this ascending broadening wedge, which is a bearish continuation pattern. So for now, this bearish continuation pattern could show bullishness if we can overcome the resistance from this monthly R1 line. So if we can close above 37,800, 37,900, or let's say 38,000 for better confirmation, then we know this bearish move could still favor the longs, and in that case we could be getting attracted towards this upward trend line from this ascending broadening wedge, and only after that show another move here like this. And parallelly, we know in a daily time frame, even though the price is showing bullishness, it is still flashing us this bearish divergence. Bearish divergence in RSI in the past price action has led to a corrective move. You can see we were following this ascending channel, but when we were flashed with this bearish divergence, price started showing weakness. Same thing happened here. Bearish divergence in RSI when the price of Bitcoin was following this ascending channel led to a weakness. Another similar scenario. Bearish divergence led to a corrective price movement before breaking it to the upside. And right now, if you look in our case, this is another bearish divergence, but the price of Bitcoin is still showing bullishness. So please watch out for this trend line carefully, because if we fail to break out of it, then we could still see this break like this, right? Price coming back to this key line before starting with another impulsiveness. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please destroy that like button. But if you want to support me even further, a comment is always appreciated. And if you also want to take advantage of free money, Bybit is providing around 30,000 bonuses, Phemex 6,000 deposit bonus, OKX 50,000 rewards, then please check the video description, because all the links to Phemex, Bybit, OKX is provided there. So guys, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If that's the case, again, destroy the like button and see you tomorrow.